Right, I should probably have this turned the other way, but I'm not. Well, you can't see anything because it's up against a black wall. Yeah. Alright, so going through and having recently installed a wildflower, primarily native wildflower habitat, although the irrigation system that was installed, which I did not install, I'm not very happy with and may cause many issues. I won't digress too much from that. Alright, so in the process of installing that, I started really paying attention a lot more to lawns and rolling hills of cut grain, which are very aesthetically pleasing. And I'm going through the Blue Ridge Mountains right now, which are phenomenal, can we just say, wow. And there are portions where there's clearly farmland, and then it looks like ranch.
Police reported ahead.
And some of that is cut or delineated by little hedgerows, so to speak, of, little alleys of forested remnants. So we've got a bunch of tree species and shrubs. But at the same time, I am driving through an area that is full of teasel in bloom and a bunch of different types of Asclepias that are also in bloom, Coreopsis, let's see, and Queen Anne's lace, as well as goldenrod starting to come into bloom. And I see that has been routinely cut by the whomever in that wide strip that separates the divided highway, as well as along these rolling hills. And I'm wondering, is that really necessary in order to keep cattle? Because it is certainly problematic in terms of providing hotspots for migrating pollinators and migrating birds. So the migrating birds are going to feed off the insects that are attracted to these wildflowers that would otherwise be there. And of course the pollinators are going to be attracted to the the nectaries that are present as a result of all those different kinds of flower species. But they're cut, right? They're constantly being cut, so that you only end up with these little sections. And that's going to mean more energy lost to try to find these flower resources and insect resources for the migrating or temporarily hanging out here while the getting is good, so to speak, for a suite of organisms that we know that we're losing in massive abundance very, very fast, that we need in order to survive as a species as well as surviving as a planet. Obviously the planet will survive without us, it will survive without trees, it will survive without pollinators. But the biodiversity that I know and love will not, and that is my concern, is to try to maintain maximal biodiversity, which we're losing so very, very rapidly. So I'm just wondering, I'm really just hoping that somehow this video will reach people at DOT, Department of Transportation, or ranchers, homeowners who have massive amounts of land that they mow, and instead maybe you could, maybe you like that rolling green look and you don't want to give up that aesthetic, but maybe you could accent it with a lovely fence, quote unquote, of wildflowers that are spring to late summer, so you've got them present throughout the growing season to provide a little hot spot or a little leapfrog area that these insects and birds rely on in order to help increase their population numbers over the long term, or at least slow the decline that we are currently experiencing and fostering through our overuse of fertilizers, pesticides, and I would say lawnmowers, now that I think about it.